Got it. I get that. So the one other thing I want to hone in on before we take a break is the hardship rule that I heard you talking about. That they just can't take everything and put you on welfare, right?
Right. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Tell them about that.
Yeah. So here's the thing. The word hardship is used in the levy statute. It's used in all the levy regulations. It's basically in all of the literature that deals with the collection guidelines that the IRS has to follow. The word hardship. The word hardship is a term of art. All right. If I use the word hardship to you, you're going to have some image in your mind as to what that means because you're a literate individual. The word is not unusual. It's not a legal word by any means. And so you're going to have this image in your head as to what that means. And you may or may not be correct. But how it's defined in the law is this, Tom. The word hardship means the inability to pay necessary living expenses. It's simple as that. The IRS cannot put you into a position where you cannot pay necessary living expenses. So their levy activity has to take into account your necessary living expenses, including mortgage or rent, utility bills, current taxes, of course, medical expenses, medical insurance, car costs, any expense that you have that is a secured debt. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
How about food?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Food's on the list. Okay, food's on. Believe it or not, food's on the list.
That's the main one on my list.
Yeah, you wouldn't think the IRS would think of that, but food is on the list. Absolutely. And so all of these things have to be taken into consideration, Tom. And they don't have to consider lavish and extravagant expenses, of course. If you're living in a 20,000 square foot house and your mortgage payment is $13,000 a month, they're not necessarily going to say, well, okay, we're going to give you the benefit of that and say you don't have to pay your taxes. But all things are looked at through the lens of reasonableness based on the facts and circumstances of each individual taxpayer's case and the expenses that are necessary to maintain a minimal standard of living in the area that you live in are all factored in as well. It's one thing to